Hello! Welcome back, everyone! For those who are new, I am Yan and I react, or I should say comment on the videos I watched for the first time with you all right now. And yeah, I like talking about it since it's my first time. I don't have a lot of reactions because I'm trying to figure out what's going on and kind of create something in my head, so that's just my style. Alright, today is a highly anticipated group that just debuted not too long ago, and they're called Billie. I don't know, I like to say Billie or Billie the Goat. That's what I thought of when I heard of the name. I try not to listen to teasers and all of that stuff until I watch it, so I can enjoy it completely brand new and fresh. But I have read headings of, people were looking forward to this group. They have at least 15 million views as of right now, so I'm not trying to sound mean, but I just want to know, why are people looking forward to this group? Is it because some of the members were from previous survival shows, or they've been training for so many years and now they can finally debut? Help me out with that, because I have not heard of this group or know much or anything about it, so help me out here. The name of their debut song is called Ring X Ring, or Ring and Ring, Ring times Ring. I might have to figure that out. They might say that in their chorus or part of their song, so I will figure out how to say it properly. But congratulations for debuting. I hope you continue to do well. So without further ado, let's check out their debut song right now. Okay, Billie, Ring and Ring, Ring times Ring, Ring X Ring. It's all black, so I guess we'll click play and enjoy it right now. Oh, what company? Mystic Story. That sounds familiar. It's like a drama. Billie loves house.
흔적이 없대 이 시대에 달려진 게 없대 Can we talk not anymore Not anymore 흔적이 있대 Is it blood
Okay. Well, congratulations for debuting. This was a very different song compared to other songs I have heard before. So since it's new, I haven't fully digested it yet. It's something that I don't know if I like at the moment. And it's not Billie, not the members, but there was something that when I was listening to kind of was a little too much. And I'm talking about the instrumental part. So let me go back to the beginning, as there were lots of great things about Billie, and I'll tell you about the music part that made it less helpful for me, if that makes sense. Just want to be clear with you all, this is my opinion, and I usually, if I'm not a fan of the first song that I listen to, I always go back when they have a comeback. I mean, not just Billie, but I mean like any group. If I don't like their comeback songs, I come back for their next comeback, and I feel like I see that pattern. Like sometimes I'm not, it's not catchy for me, or it's not my style, but then the next song or the next like album or something, I'll be like, hey, like I like this is my type. And I think that's really normal and fine for listeners. So I'm just going to share my thoughts, and feel free to share yours too. Maybe you like that part and you can share that out too. That's totally fine. We all have different music styles, so I'm just going to share out my point of view because I can only talk for myself. So Mystic Story, I think, is the entertainment. It sounds super familiar. If you can remind me if there are other groups, or was it part of a smaller company, or now it's with a bigger company? I don't know. But Mystic Story sounds very familiar. I don't know where I've heard it. Maybe from like Produce, where there are a few members that were from this company. But other than that, it doesn't ring a bell. So let's keep going though. At first, it kind of felt like a little movie with the house. It reminded me of like a Western house, kind of in the neighborhoods, maybe an old neighborhood, and it looks slightly abandoned in some ways. And they're all looking at it. So they're like, it looks like they're seeking for something, and they're waiting. And the, I guess, bell rang, and they are just staring hard into this house, and it looks like they want to break into it in some ways because they were in the house. And so it says Billie loves, and then house. They are Billie, so that's their house. Maybe it's their first time exploring this house that they just bought. I don't know, I just made that part up, as to many parts very soon too. So this house is kind of creepy, old, dark. The staircases also show, it's not the trendiest staircases you can find. Very old, battered books just lying around. And then we see them walking into the house, or through the bridge. So it looks like they're walking through the house, walking through the members, and I thought that was a very cool way to start the MV. And then we go back into the house from time to time, and they transition to a lot of different outfits. I'm sorry, this set of outfits ain't my favorite. I'll show you my favorite one later. But with the gloves, it gave me a little bit of a Red Velvet taste, or other girl groups who use these very long gloves, and then they have like very mismatched colors and patterns on them. I'm starting to think like Billie is a group that is kind of spooky and dark, but they also have their cute and elegant side, because you also probably heard a little bit of that Christmas song in the background from time to time. So it shows, there might be little fairies, but they can also be like, a cute little Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell can go dark and evil too, kind of a feel. That's what I'm getting here. And we do see them dancing here quite a lot. I think it's just, for fanciness. I don't think it really has like a specific purpose to it other than to look cool. But yeah, this outfit ain't my style, but that's alright if it's yours. So they go into this creepy house, and we notice that they are very tall. Like, this house is very small, and they are exploring and seeing what's going on around here. And I also noticed they had quite a lot of attire here. We have the red. Red one is probably my favorite. It kind of gave me like a athletic game vibe to it. And then they also have They have this one with the long gloves, and they had a few more. Hopefully I can catch a bit more so we can see it together. But they're also like discovering something or searching. Their faces are very blank, as in maybe in a trance, or they're not afraid because they are magical beings in some way. So they are just looking and exploring and searching for things as well. And we also see that it's very narrow. The is that wood, so to speak? It's just everything is falling apart. So the scenes here when they like sing like this, it's kind of like a darker concept and a darker image. But then we also hear little like lighter bells ringing, so I'm not sure if they are like dark fairies at night and then by day they're innocent fairies, that type of a feel. We can also see that their hair is like a mess, so it's showing maybe like the crazier side of them in this MV and this concept. But then later on, we see them in nicer hairdos as well, right? Like smooth and more neat. So I'm just going to pause here and talk about the sound I heard. I don't really know what to call it. Not really an instrument, but this background, that noise, music, sound keeps playing. And I feel like it's so much. I feel like if you are trying to learn this song, it'll be quite hard because, especially the chorus, there's really no melody, no music to help you guide through and when to sing. It's just that same electric kind of a sound in the back, and they know what they're saying, right? Because they've been practicing and they're experts of their own song. But for someone who's learning it, it might be a little tricky because your voice is the melody. Everything else is like extra intense music in the background. And for me, that's kind of hard to learn. Maybe the way I learned singing before is very different. So I'm glad they picked a very challenging song to learn, but it's also very hard to remember parts of it too, in my opinion. And I wonder if I can play here and if this is like an appropriate place to show an example. It's the I hope you heard that part. That was everywhere in the songs. Like like that caught my attention more than actually their voices or other parts of the song. And maybe that's just me. That's just a thing I heard and it stuck in my head. Hopefully you were able to appreciate, the overall song more. But they have really good voices. Like, this is a very good range for them. It's very powerful. It has a voice of, I don't have a specific person in mind, but it's just their voices can be formed in different ways, which would be good for different genres. I hope that made sense. But I feel like it's very suitable for the song. A slight raspiness? Oh, I don't know how to explain it. But it's very suitable for this group. Except all the da-da-da-da-da-da-da part, just like, me no like. That's the part that I was talking about that made me not like the song as much. Maybe if I focus the audio a little bit more, or watch it and listen to it again, maybe that part will be more will be softened as I focus on their vocals. Rapping was really good too, by the way. I think, am I blocking her? The girl with the short hair, I think, was one of the rappers. And yeah, they have good vocals and for both singing and rapping, so I hope they keep it up. Then they enter into this very magical room. They look like they're searching for something or they've never been there before, and then later on, after all the dancing, they sit peacefully there. And so let's look at the choreo. It's usually in sync, right? They dance the same thing. It's quite powerful. There were some tricky moves where it required flexibility and stamina. I think it's full of movements that can be very hard to Hush, crows, I'm trying to listen to music. Why are you all here? Shoo. Okay. I'm going to speak louder in case the crows are very loud. They're all right in front of me. Why are y'all hanging out here? Thank you. All right, so the dance is very cool, very powerful, like I said, flexible, stylish, and a lot of hand gestures, which I am really bad at, but I think it really packs a punch to it. It shows the girly side, but also their powerful side as well. And I think, it's great to dance with a whole group. Now, if you're a solo dancer like me, I'm sure it's fine too. But, sometimes when they're in groups and they have a few like slight changes in the choreo, like a domino effect or one dancer supporting the other one, right? It will look cooler. But I think this will be just as well if you're dancing on your own. They have some pink and white going on, so instead of like the dark, fierce black and fire, they also have the girly side of themselves too. Like they can be little cute as well, kind of innocent. So I think this MV is showing that they are up for anything and they're ready for any style or concept that comes their way. They can have the wacky, intense, very standout versus, more athletic and power or girly. That's what I'm getting just based on their outfits, right? Since I've only seen them perform once, which is here. That's what I noticed. And so, yeah, they all have great facial expressions. They have that darker feel vibe to it, at least for the storyline, right? And then we see a member or someone opening the door and we see them innocently enjoying themselves, whether it's reading, hugging a teddy bear, maybe doing some art from time to time. So was this all a dream? Were people thinking this is a creepy house or a haunted house? But actually they're up in the attic doing very, very pure and innocent things, and they're not actually crazy. This attic does give me like Western feel attics. I don't know if we will hang our shoes like this, but just the furniture that we see is slightly old style, old fashioned, kind of, I don't know how else to explain it, but very pure like as well. And they're looking and they're like, oh, hello, like welcome to our room. And we see her closing this chest as they're maybe she was trying to fix the bear. The buttons are a little slanted. OCD. Let's fix that. And then when we close that, it says Billie here, right? Nothing else. So maybe this bear is going to foreshadow something, or this attic scene is foreshadowing the next concept or the next theme as well. Since this was kind of dark, they might have a brighter, livelier, happier concept in the next round. So that's just a total guess. But I am looking forward to seeing it, and it's just that one part of the music that just, caught my attention. And so hopefully as I listen to their other songs, I will like their other songs more. But I just want to clarify, it has nothing to do with Billie themselves. It's just whoever composed and put that part together, that part stuck in my head. We can say it that way. That can be a good thing, because if I go to Asia one day and I hear that, I'll be like, oh, it's Billie's song, That can be a way to get people's attention as well. And so, yeah, thank you for watching this with me. Please support Billie. Enjoy, I think, did they ever say? Ring-a-ling, I think. But yeah, if there are other songs by them or if they had covers, please let me know and I will check them out as well. So thank you so much, and I will see you in another reaction video. Goodbye!